You can pay every bill on time. You can have no new collections. You can even look at your credit score and think, I should definitely get approved. Then you apply. Denied, or maybe they approve you for a $500 limit. And you're sitting there wondering, what exactly did the bank see? There is one number hiding inside your credit report that a lot of people completely underestimate. It's not your credit score. It's not your income. And if this number gets too high, your credit profile can start looking much riskier. That number is your credit utilization. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, why one maxed out card can matter even if your other cards look fine, and what I would check before submitting another credit card application. Let's make this extremely simple. Imagine you have one credit card. Your limit is $1,000 and your reported balance is $900. You have never missed a payment. You always pay before the due date. But when your balance gets reported, you're using 90% of your available limit. That 90% is your credit utilization ratio. And this is the number I want you to understand. Credit utilization is simply the percentage of your available revolving credit that you are currently using. So $100 balance on a $1,000 limit, 10%. $500, 50%. $900, 90%. And according to FICO, higher revolving utilization is associated with greater credit risk and can negatively affect FICO scores. But here's where this gets more interesting, because there are actually two ways this can hurt you: your overall utilization and the utilization on an individual card. Let's say you have 3 cards. Card number 1, $10,000 limit, $500 balance. Card number 2, $10,000 limit, $500 balance. Card number 3, $1,000 limit, $950 balance. Altogether, you have $21,000 in total credit limits and only $1,950 in balances. Your overall utilization is only around 9%. Sounds fantastic. But that third card, it is 95% utilized. And FICO says its scoring models can consider both overall revolving utilization and utilization on individual revolving accounts. So you can look at your overall utilization and think, I'm good. While one card is basically screaming, almost maxed out. That is why I would never look at only one utilization number. I would check both, total utilization and every individual card. Why banks care? Think about it from the lender side. Someone has a $10,000 credit limit and they normally use $500. That person looks very different from someone who has $10,000 available and is already using $9,800. Both could technically be making every payment on time, but one person has a lot more available room. The other person is close to the limit. Credit scoring systems treat being close to maxed out as a risk signal. CFPB similarly advises consumers to keep balances low relative to available limits. And this is why this video is not called "Your Credit Score Can Ruin Your Approval." Everybody already knows lenders care about credit scores. The interesting part is what helps create that score and what else may be visible in your credit profile. Your utilization tells a story. How much revolving credit do you have? And how much of it are you already using? Here's the trap now. Imagine this. You have a $5,000 card. You spend $4,000 during the month. But you tell yourself, no problem. I pay my card in full every month. And you do. Before your payment due date, you pay the entire statement balance. So financially, you may be handling the card responsibly, but there can still be a timing problem. The balance that appears on your credit report is based on what the card issuer reports. It is not necessarily the balance you happen to see inside your banking app right this second. So a high balance can appear on your credit report even when you later pay it down. And if a score is calculated while that high reported balance is showing, your utilization can look much higher. This is exactly why your current balance and your reported balance are not always the same thing, which we talked about in the previous video. Just stay below 30%. Now you've probably heard this. Never go above 30%. 30% is a common guideline. CFPB currently says experts advise keeping use of credit at no more than about 30% of total available credit. But here's what I do not want you to think. 29% does not mean perfect, and 31% does not mean denied. There is no universal approval line at exactly 30%. FICO says generally, lower revolving utilization indicates less risk, and the score impact depends on the person's entire credit profile. So don't treat 30% like a magic number. Think of utilization more like a thermometer. As the number gets higher, your revolving debt starts looking heavier relative to the credit available to you. The $500 limit problem now, let's say you apply for another credit card. You were hoping for $10,000. You get $500. Why? There is no way to know from utilization alone. That's important. Credit card companies can consider several factors. CFPB says low limits can result from things such as poor credit history, high balances on other credit cards, low income, or the particular card itself. Issuers generally review the credit report history along with income information supplied on the application. So utilization isn't a secret button that automatically decides approved or denied, but high balances can absolutely be part of the picture. And this is where people make a mistake. They focus only on getting the score higher. They don't look at what the report actually looks like. A lender isn't seeing just the giant number you see in a credit monitoring app. There is an entire credit profile behind that number. Imagine two people. Person A never misses payments. $10,000 in total revolving limits. $9,000 currently reported. 90% utilization. Person B never misses payments. $10,000 in total revolving limits. $500 reported. 5% utilization. They both pay on time. But those credit profiles don't look the same. Person A is using almost everything currently available. Person B has most of their revolving credit available. And this is why I pay everything on time doesn't automatically mean my credit profile is perfect. Payment history matters, utilization matters, age matters, new credit matters, and lenders can use additional underwriting information beyond the score itself. Now here's where people make it worse. They see their utilization is high, so they immediately apply for 3 more cards. Their thinking is, if I get more limits, my utilization will automatically drop. Mathematically, potentially, if the new credit is actually approved. But strategically, be careful, because applications for new credit can result in hard inquiries, and opening several new accounts can also affect the credit profile. CFPB advises against applying for a lot of new credit in a short period when trying to maintain strong credit. So I would not try to fix high utilization by blindly applying for more debt. There is a much simpler place to start. The balances. What I would do before applying if I knew I wanted another credit card soon. Here are the first things I would check. Number 1. Pull up every revolving account, not just your favorite card, every card. Number 2, write down each credit limit. Number 3, write down the balance currently showing on your credit report. Number 4, calculate the utilization. Balance divided by limit times 100. If the card has a $2,000 balance and a $10,000 limit, 20%. Simple, then calculate your overall utilization too. Add all reported revolving balances. Divide by all available revolving limits. Now you know what your profile actually looks like. Then I would look for the outlier. Maybe your overall utilization is fine, but one card is sitting at 92%. That's important. Maybe almost every card is high. That's a completely different problem. Maybe the report is still showing a balance you already paid down. Then I'd check when the lender last updated the account before assuming the information is wrong. And maybe everything looks good. In that case, utilization probably isn't the main problem. That's the point. You stop guessing. Should you pay before the statement closes? If a card is carrying an unusually large balance and you already have the cash available to pay it down, making an earlier payment can sometimes result in a lower balance being reported depending on the issuer's reporting schedule. But different issuers can report at different times. And I don't want you turning this into some complicated game where you risk missing the actual due date. Rule number 1 stays the same. Make required payments on time. Then manage balances responsibly. And never spend money you don't need just to manipulate a credit score. Another huge mistake, closing a credit card because you finally paid it off. Imagine this, you have $10,000 total available credit and $2,000 in balances. That's 20% utilization. Then you close an unused card with a $5,000 limit. Now you only have $5,000 available, but you still owe $2,000. Your utilization just went from 20% to 40%. Nothing about the debt changed. The denominator changed. CFPB specifically warns that closing a credit card can raise utilization and potentially lower a credit score. Now, that doesn't mean you should never close a card. Maybe it has an annual fee. Maybe keeping it open causes you to overspend. Maybe you simply don't want it. Personal finance comes before credit score optimization. But understand the math before making the decision. The number people watch versus the number they ignore this. is what I think is so interesting. People will refresh their credit score constantly. 718, 719, 720, 721, they'll obsess over 4 points. But they may completely ignore 82% utilization. That's the number screaming at them. And the score movement is only the symptom. This is why learning how the credit report works is more useful than obsessing over the final score. The score is the output. Your credit behavior and reported information are the inputs. And yes, a denial can tell you something. If you actually apply and get denied, don't just throw away the denial notice. Read it. Under federal rules, when a lender denies an application, it generally must provide the principal reasons for the decision or tell you how to obtain them. That is valuable information. Maybe the problem was high revolving balances. Maybe it was insufficient income. Maybe it was limited credit history. Maybe recent delinquencies. Maybe too many recent inquiries. Instead of immediately applying somewhere else, find out what actually happened. Because 5 more applications don't fix the reason the first lender said no. The big lesson, so what is the one number that can quietly wreck the credit profile you thought looked good? Your credit utilization percentage. But remember, utilization does not decide every approval by itself. There is no magic percentage that guarantees approval. There is no trick that guarantees a $10,000 limit. Different issuers have different underwriting standards, and they can consider your credit history, balances, income, and other factors. The real advantage is understanding what the number means. If you're using 90%, 80%, 70% of your available revolving credit, don't assume that paying on time makes those balances invisible. Look at what is actually being reported. Keep your debt manageable. Pay balances down when your finances allow. Avoid unnecessary applications. And before asking another bank for more credit, look at your profile through the bank's eyes. Because the number you keep watching might be your credit score, but the number quietly telling a completely different story could be your utilization. And once you understand that, credit card approvals start making a lot more sense. If you want the next video to show exactly how I would lower high utilization before a major credit application, comment utilization below. And subscribe for more videos breaking down the credit rules most people don't understand until they cost them money.